I'm here with Charles Cooper and Belia Surkov at our Pastors Conference, the Church Leadership Development International Pastors Conference in the Ukraine. We've had a great time this week encouraging the pastors from around the Ukraine. Charles has brought some special messages to encourage these men to develop men's ministries in their church, to reach out beyond the walls of their church to the men in their city. And I've asked Charles to share with you a little bit from his perspective how this week has been.
As is so often the case, when we from the West come to the East, we usually are thinking that the people will not fully understand or can handle so much of what we say and teach. But in reality, the nature of man is consistent all the way around the world. And it really doesn't matter what language you're speaking. Men struggle with the very same kinds of issues. And I felt like it was important to give them some idea about how they too can reach out to more men, for they have the same problem here that we have in the States. That is, churches tend to always have a majority of women and children and a minority of men. So it's been a good week for me to experience with the men and some of the pastors, and I hope that somehow maybe some of the principles that we've taught will be applicable in their own situation. I particularly want to say to you who support CLDI with your gifts and your prayers that you probably will never know the extent of what is being done here in some of these villages where there are 3,000 or 4,000 people, where a couple hundred people have come to know Christ and are being discipled and taught and cared for spiritually. You will actually get to meet many of these people when you get to heaven and when you're in the kingdom. This is something that you should be kind of looking forward to, because I'm sure over eternity you will figure out what relationship you had to an individual who perhaps got saved through something that you did. I'm sure in the divine world you'll know all the links and all the connections about how people came to know Christ, how they were discipled, and what the results were, and you probably had something to do with some of the people that are in this very conference or in this very country. So you should be feeling good about what you do and what you say and what you give, and certainly you should be proud that God is effectively carrying his mission forth as far as the kingdom of God is concerned, even in a country where we don't speak the language. It's not our culture. They do it differently from the way we do, yet Jesus Christ is able to reach their heart and draw men to himself, and that effort is sponsored by people like you.